We also talked about expanding our facility in Cambridge, which is an R&D center. This came as part of one of the acquisitions that we did much earlier, but we decided to also expand this particular facility because the strength that comes in terms of technology edge that this particular facility gives us, we wanted to capitalize on that. This is a facility that works on biocatalysis and chemocatalysis. And besides also helping in terms of improving processes for our API division, it also gives that kind of a technology-based service to some of the innovator companies. So this was also another development which took place just last month. So I'll get into the highlights of the financial year. So global generics revenues are roughly at about 5,334 crores, which is about $1.2 billion in the overall sales for the full year. So you would see that in this chart, as far as geographies are concerned, North American growth and the emerging markets growth, both India as well as Russia, that was pretty much able to offset the decline which happened in Europe. In Europe also, there are again two segments. There is Germany, there is also the rest of Europe. Rest of Europe has actually grown quite significantly because there's a lot of out licensing that we do in this particular space besides UK and some small markets that we compete in. But Germany, as we had indicated earlier, will also show a decline. So that's something which has been also happening in this particular market. So I'll talk about each of the geographies. To start with, North America, it has shown a 13% growth, but what's important to note is quarter after quarter, starting say about $64 million per quarter, maybe 6 quarters back, it's been a consistent growth, and the last quarter has shown more than $100 million at 131. So it's a continuous growth. So this is backed by the launch of limited competition products as one of the drivers for growth, as well as also share expansion, market share expansion that we have also put into plan. So that's also showing results. So between the two, this is what is the result. So we had launched several new products, about 11 new product launches took place in the whole financial year. And some of the attractive limited competition launches, that's the list. Tacrolimus, Fexofludo, which got launched in the last quarter, Tacrolimus, all these have started playing out. The growth overall has been 15% for the year. In the last quarter, it shows 5%, but I think because of some adjustments we had to make, because of some price adjustments and all that, actually in terms of overall volumes, it should have been about 10%, but even this is not satisfactory in the fourth quarter. Generally, we've seen that the industry itself, in terms of market growth rates and all that, the second half has been somewhat lower than what the companies have seen for the first half. So this trend will be reversed, of course, but internally, it's not a very satisfactory performance for the last quarter particularly. Overall, I think this 15% growth is in line with the market growth. In terms of products launched, about 48 products were launched in India, and they contribute roughly about, say, close to 4% of that growth that we've just talked about. We also launched 2 biosimilar products. Darbepoetin we had launched during the year. We had just announced also launch of Peggrafil recently. So I think just also to talk about the outlook for in India. One of the things is, again, industry, like I said, will come back to those, higher double-digit growth rates, and we continue to we expect to continue to grow above the industry growth rates. Also, this whole field force expansion that took place mostly in the second half of last year, that will start showing the increases in the sales. The effect of that is something that you'll also see, and this biosimilar portfolio also will keep showing the full year of sales.